You are welcome back to the lesson for the day. And we begin with this simple question. Now that you understand the concept of motivation, who usually motivates you as a student? Who usually motivates you in the house? Who usually motivates you on campus here? Think about it for a minute and then share your ideas with us. I want you to identify any individual who tries in a way to motivate you to achieve a particular goal, because we have learned that motivation is goal directed, meaning we get motivated to achieve a particular goal. So who usually motivates you? Yes, interestingly, I can see some of you have written your friends motivate you. Sometimes you want to sleep and your friend is pushing you. He's telling you exams is just at the corner, so let's go and study. That's fine. Sometimes your parents call you and they tell you, study hard, oh, study hard. You know there is no money in the house, so if you don't study hard and you are sacked, you come home and there is nothing for you. That's fine. Sometimes we get motivated by our teachers. Per the way some teachers will teach, when they meet you, the way they speak with you, the pieces of advice they give you, they all serve as motivational factors for you. That is fine. But we need to also understand that we can also have motivation from our own selves. Meaning we can have self-motivation. We can motivate our own selves. If you sit down and you say, this examination that I'm going to write, I want to score A in psychology. I want to score A in science. I want to score B+ in a particular subject. Once you have that mentality, you try to work towards the achievement of that goal of getting A, B+ or B. So it means that that particular motivation is not coming from anybody, but it is coming from your own self. It is internal. It is within you. So we can have motivation from two different sources, two different angles. That is our own selves as individuals, motivating ourselves, and the motivation we receive from other people. If you do this, I will give you this. Once you have gotten this, I'll give you this. In the classroom, when you answer questions correctly, we clap for you. So next time, you want to answer more questions so that you get more claps. So motivation can come from other people, and motivation can also come from our own self. And that gives us two types of motivation. So in dealing with motivation, we have two types of motivation. The first one is motivation that comes from our own selves. And the second one is motivation that comes from other people. So the two types of motivation are intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So we have two types of motivation. And the first one is intrinsic motivation. The second one is extrinsic motivation. I want you to take words of the beginning of the words. In means internal. It comes from within the person. The person motivates himself or herself. There is no external reward, but it is within the person. The individual tries as much as possible to work towards achieving a particular goal. So it comes from within. It is internal. And then the second one is external. That is motivation that comes from outside the person. And of course, from what we have done so far, you can tell that sometimes your parents can be motivational factors. Your teachers can be motivational factors. Allowances can be motivational factors. And other things or other individuals, rather than your own self. And then we also talk about intrinsic. We are talking about motivation that comes from within the person. Now we pause, and when we come back, we will do small exercise. We do a little bit of exercise. You know, our discussion has been discussion based. So I explain certain things, and then we give you a little bit of exercise. So we will go for a break, and when we come, we take another activity. Thank you.